In a small picturesque village nestled between lush green hills and vast savannas, a child was born who would one day be the talk of the land. This village, rich in culture and tradition, was known for its skilled artisans, storytellers, and wise elders. The people lived harmoniously, drawing strength from their close-knit community and their deep connection to the natural world around them. The sun had just begun to rise, casting a golden hue over the thatched roofs of the village huts when the cry of a newborn echoed through the air. It was the sound of Adanne entering the world. Her birth was a joyous occasion, celebrated with song, dance, and feasting. The villagers gathered around the home of Chief Obina and his wife Neka, eager to catch a glimpse of the baby girl. Chief Obina was a respected leader known for his fairness and wisdom. Neka, his wife, was admired for her beauty and kindness. Together, they had longed for a child to complete their family, and the birth of Adanne was seen as a blessing from the gods. The village griot, or storyteller, proclaimed that Adanne would grow up to be a remarkable woman, destined for greatness. As Adanne grew, it became clear that she was indeed special. She possessed an inner strength and resilience that set her apart from the other children. Her bright, inquisitive eyes seemed to take in everything around her, and she had a natural curiosity that led her to explore every corner of the village and its surrounding wilderness. She was beloved by all, and her laughter was a constant source of joy. However, as Adanne approached her adolescence, something unusual began to happen. A strong, pungent odor started to emanate from her body. At first, it was barely noticeable, but as the years passed, it grew stronger and more overpowering. Despite bathing frequently and using various herbal remedies, nothing seemed to alleviate the smell. The villagers, who had once adored Adanne, began to keep their distance. Children who had once played with her now avoided her, and the adults whispered behind her back. Her parents, heartbroken by their daughter's plight, consulted with the village elders and the most knowledgeable healers in the region, but no one could explain or cure Adanne's condition. Despite her best efforts to maintain her usual cheerful demeanor, Adanne felt the weight of the villagers' rejection. She spent more and more time alone, wandering the forests and fields where she could be at peace with nature. It was in these solitary moments that she found solace, drawing strength from the beauty and tranquility of the natural world. One day, while exploring a remote part of the forest, Adanne stumbled upon an ancient moss-covered shrine. Intrigued, she approached it and found an old woman sitting in front of the shrine, weaving intricate patterns with colorful threads. The woman looked up and smiled warmly at Adanne, as if she had been expecting her. "Welcome, child," the old woman said in a voice that was both gentle and wise. "I am Mama Abel, the guardian of this sacred place. I have been waiting for you." Adanne, taken aback by the woman's words, asked, "How do you know who I am?" Mama Abel chuckled softly. "I know many things, dear one. I know of your struggles and the burden you carry. But know this, Adanne, your scent is not a curse but a gift." "A gift?" Adanne echoed, disbelief evident in her voice. "How can something that causes so much pain and isolation be a gift?" Mama Abel's eyes twinkled with ancient wisdom. "The gods have given you this unique trait for a reason. It is up to you to discover its purpose. Your journey will be long and challenging, but it will lead you to your true destiny." Adanne felt a glimmer of hope stir within her. "What must I do?" she asked. "You must go on a journey," Mama Abel replied. "Seek out the hidden truths of the world and the knowledge of your ancestors. Embrace your uniqueness and learn to use it to your advantage. Along the way, you will meet those who will help you and those who will hinder you. But remember, the power to change your fate lies within you." With those words, Mama Abel handed Adanne a small, intricately carved pendant. "This will guide you on your journey. Trust in yourself and the path that lies ahead." Adanne took the pendant and bowed in gratitude. "Thank you, Mama Abel. I will not disappoint you." As she left the shrine, Adanne felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew her journey would be fraught with challenges, but she was determined to uncover the truth about her condition and find her place in the world. With the pendant clutched in her hand and Mama Abel's words echoing in her mind, she set off into the unknown, ready to embrace whatever fate had in store for her. The first steps of her journey led her deeper into the forest, where she encountered creatures and landscapes she had never seen before. Each day brought new trials and lessons, and Adanne's resolve only grew stronger. She remembered the villagers who had once shunned her and vowed to return one day, not as the girl with the strong body odor, but as a woman who had discovered her true strength and purpose. As the sun set on the first day of her journey, Adanne found a quiet spot by a bubbling stream to rest. She looked up at the night sky, filled with a myriad of stars, and whispered a prayer of thanks to the gods for guiding her thus far. She knew that her journey had just begun, but she was ready to face whatever lay ahead with courage and determination. And so, under the watchful eyes of the gods and the guidance of the pendant, Adanne's adventure into the unknown began. She was no longer just the girl from the village, she was Adanne, the strong-body Odor princess, on a quest to uncover the mysteries of her existence and fulfill her destiny. Adanne's footsteps were the only sound as she ventured deeper into the ancient forest. The trees stood tall and proud, their thick canopies creating a lush green ceiling that filtered the sunlight into delicate golden beams. Birds of vibrant plumage flitted between the branches, their songs filling the air with a melodious chorus. She navigated through dense underbrush, her senses heightened by the unfamiliar surroundings. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs made her heart race, but she pressed on, driven by the words of Mama Ebel and the weight of the pendant against her chest. One evening, as the sky turned a dusky purple, Adanne found herself standing before a vast clearing. In the center, an enormous baobab tree stretched its gnarled branches towards the heavens. Its trunk was adorned with ancient carvings and symbols, a testament to its significance. She approached the tree with reverence, sensing its age-old wisdom. "Greetings, traveler," a deep voice resonated from within the tree. Startled, Adanne took a step back, her eyes searching for the source. From the shadows emerged a figure draped in flowing robes, their face obscured by a hood. "Who are you?" Adanne asked, her voice steady despite her apprehension. The figure lowered their hood, revealing a face weathered by time, yet possessing an aura of ageless knowledge. "I am Odor, the keeper of the forest. I have watched over these lands for centuries, guarding its secrets and protecting its inhabitants." Adanne bowed respectfully. "I am Adanne. I seek to understand the gift I have been given and to find my place in this world." Odor nodded, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. "I know of your plight, young one. The scent that clings to you is indeed unique. It is a mark of the ancient spirits, a sign of your connection to the natural world. But to harness its power, you must first understand it." He gestured for Adanne to sit by the roots of the baobab tree. As she settled down, Odor began to recount the legends of their land. He spoke of the spirits that dwelled in the forest, the ancestral guardians who watched over their descendants, and the mystical bond between the earth and its people. "Your scent," Odor explained, "is a manifestation of the spirit's presence within you. It is both a blessing and a challenge, meant to test your resolve and guide you towards your true path. To control it, you must embrace it fully." Adanne listened intently, absorbing every word. "How can I embrace something that causes so much pain?" she asked. "By understanding its purpose," Odor replied. "You must seek out the spirit of the river, the wind whisperer, and the firekeeper. Each holds a piece of the knowledge you need. Only by uniting these elements can you master your gift." With newfound determination, Adanne thanked Odor and prepared to set off once more. The keeper of the forest handed her a small, intricately carved staff. "This will aid you on your quest. Use it wisely and may the spirits guide you." As she ventured forth from the clearing, Adanne felt a sense of direction. The forest, once an overwhelming labyrinth, now seemed to part before her, leading her towards her next destination. Her path soon brought her to a sparkling river that wound its way through the forest. The water was crystal clear, reflecting the sunlight like 1,000 diamonds. Adanne knelt by the riverbank and cupped her hands, taking a sip of the cool, refreshing water. As she did, a gentle voice called out to her. "Welcome, seeker," the voice said, echoing through the trees. Adanne looked up to see a figure emerging from the water. The spirit of the river was a graceful being, their form shifting and flowing like the water itself. "I am here to learn," Adanne said, standing respectfully. "Odor told me you hold part of the knowledge I seek." The spirit of the river smiled. "Indeed, water is the essence of life, ever-changing and adaptable. To master your gift, you must learn to flow like the river, embracing change and finding strength in flexibility." For days, Adanne stayed by the river, learning the ways of water. She meditated by its banks, practiced flowing movements, and listened to the river's song. Slowly, she began to feel a connection with the water, sensing its power and tranquility. One morning, as the mist rose from the river, the spirit appeared before her. You have learned well, Adanne. Remember, like water, you have the ability to adapt and endure. Carry this lesson with you. With gratitude, Adanne bid farewell to the spirit of the river and continued on her path. The forest seemed to whisper secrets to her as she walked, its ancient wisdom guiding her steps. Her journey next led her to a windy plateau, where the air was filled with the sounds of rustling leaves and whistling breezes. Here, she encountered the Wind Whisperer, a tall, ethereal figure who moved with the grace of a dancing breeze. "The wind carries stories from all corners of the earth," the Wind Whisperer said. "It is a messenger and a guide. To understand your gift, you must learn to listen to its whispers and follow its guidance." Adanne spent many days on the plateau, feeling the wind's caress and listening to its secrets. She learned to move with the wind, to be light and free, and to trust in its direction. The Wind Whisperer taught her to harness the power of the air, to use it to amplify her strength, and to communicate with the spirits. One day, as the sun set and the winds grew gentle, the Wind Whisperer approached Adanne. "You have attuned yourself to the wind, Adanne. Remember, the wind's guidance is always with you. Listen to its whispers and trust in its path." With a heart full of gratitude, Adanne thanked the Wind Whisperer and set off once more. The lessons she had learned from the water and the wind flowed through her, strengthening her resolve and guiding her steps. Her path finally led her to a towering mountain, its peak shrouded in clouds. The air was thick with the scent of smoke and the crackle of unseen flames. As she climbed higher, she felt the heat intensify until she reached a hidden cave where the Firekeeper resided. The Firekeeper was a formidable figure, their eyes burning with a fierce intensity. "Fire is the essence of transformation and passion," they said. "It can destroy, but it can also purify and create. To master your gift, you must embrace the fire within you." Adanne spent her days in the cave, learning to control the flames and harness their power. She practiced focusing her energy, channeling the fire's intensity, and using it to transform and heal. The Firekeeper taught her to respect the fire's strength and to use it with wisdom and care. One evening, as the firelight danced on the cave walls, the Firekeeper approached Adanne. "You have embraced the fire, Adanne. Remember, the flame within you is a source of strength and transformation. Use it wisely." With a heart full of gratitude, Adanne thanked the Firekeeper and prepared to leave the mountain. The lessons she had learned from the water, the wind, and the fire now pulsed within her, a powerful force that she could feel resonating with her very being. As she descended the mountain, Adanne felt a sense of completeness. She had gained the knowledge and strength she needed to embrace her gift. The pendant around her neck glowed softly, a reminder of her connection to the spirits and the wisdom she had gathered. With the spirits' guidance and the elements' lessons, Adanne set forth, her heart filled with determination. She was no longer just a girl with a strong body odor. She was Adanne, a woman who had embraced her unique gift and was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Adanne's travels eventually led her to the outskirts of the village of Wura, a place known for its skilled goldsmiths and vibrant markets. As she approached, she could hear the rhythmic clanging of hammers and the lively chatter of merchants bartering their goods. Despite the lively atmosphere, Adanne felt a mix of anticipation and trepidation. She knew that each step brought her closer to understanding her unique gift and finding her place in the world. Wura's villagers were renowned for their craftsmanship, and their creations were sought after far and wide. As Adanne entered the village, she marveled at the intricate jewelry and elaborate ornaments displayed at every stall. The people of Wura, dressed in colorful attire, bustled about with a sense of purpose and pride. Her presence did not go unnoticed. Some villagers cast curious glances her way, while others whispered among themselves. Adanne, undeterred by their scrutiny, walked with confidence, her head held high. She approached the central market square, where an elderly man sat under a large baobab tree, his eyes sharp and discerning. "Welcome, traveler," the elder greeted her, his voice resonating with authority. "I am Chief Odor, leader of Wura. What brings you to our village?" Adanne bowed respectfully. "I am Adanne. I seek wisdom and understanding of the gift I possess. I have learned from the spirits of the water, wind, and fire. Now I seek guidance in how to use this knowledge to benefit others." Chief Odor studied her intently. "You carry the mark of the spirits indeed. To gain the wisdom you seek, you must face the trials of Wura. These trials will test your heart, mind, and spirit. Only then will you find the answers you seek." Adanne nodded, her resolve unwavering. I am ready. The chief smiled approvingly. Very well. Your first trial is to assist our goldsmiths in creating a piece of great beauty and significance. You must use your knowledge of the elements to help them. Go to the workshop of Master Olu, the finest goldsmith in Wura. Adanne made her way to Master Olu's workshop, where she found the goldsmith hard at work, his skilled hands shaping a delicate piece of jewelry. He looked up as she entered, his eyes narrowing with curiosity. Chief Iodel sent me to assist you, Adanne said, introducing herself. Master Olu nodded, a hint of skepticism in his gaze. Very well, let's see what you can do. We need to create a necklace for the festival of the golden moon. It must reflect the harmony of the elements. Adanne took a deep breath, recalling the lessons she had learned. She closed her eyes and concentrated, feeling the presence of water, wind, and fire within her. She approached the forge, where molten gold shimmered, and began to channel her energy. With a steady hand, she guided the flow of air to cool the gold just enough to shape it without cracking. She used the heat of the fire to meld the pieces together seamlessly, and the fluidity of water to polish the final product to a brilliant shine. The result was a breathtaking necklace, each link a testament to the balance of the elements. Master Olu's eyes widened in amazement. This is extraordinary, Adanne. You have indeed mastered the elements. The necklace will be the highlight of the festival. With the first trial completed, Adanne returned to Chief Aodel. You have done well, he said, impressed by her craftsmanship. Your next trial is one of compassion and understanding. In the village there is a widow named Mama Ife who has fallen on hard times. Help her and show that your gift can bring not only beauty, but also kindness. Adanne found Mama Ife in a modest hut at the edge of the village. The elderly woman was frail and weary, her eyes filled with sorrow. Adanne approached her gently. Mama Ife, I am here to help you. Mama Ife looked up, a flicker of hope in her tired eyes. Thank you, child. I have struggled since my husband passed. The fields have not been kind, and I have little to sustain me. Adanne nodded, her heart aching for the woman's plight. She remembered the power of water to nurture and decided to use her knowledge to aid Mama Ife. She ventured into the fields and used her connection with the elements to revitalize the soil and channel water to the parched crops. As days passed, the once barren fields began to thrive, green shoots sprouting and growing stronger with each passing day. Mama Ife's hut, once filled with despair, now buzzed with life and hope. The villagers, witnessing the transformation, came together to support Mama Ife, offering their assistance and friendship. With the second trial complete, Adanne returned to Chief Iodel. You have shown great compassion and wisdom, Adanne. Your final trial is one of courage and strength. A wild beast has been terrorizing the outskirts of Wura, threatening our people and livestock. You must confront this beast and protect the village. Determined, Adanne set out towards the outskirts, where the beast had been sighted. As she approached, she could hear the growls and roars echoing through the forest. Her heart pounded, but she steeled herself, remembering the lessons of fire and its transformative power. In a clearing, she came face to face with the creature, a massive lion, its eyes burning with a fierce intensity. Adanne took a deep breath and stood her ground. She focused her energy, feeling the fire within her merge with her resolve. The lion charged, but Adanne held firm, using the staff given to her by Odor to channel her power. Flames erupted from the staff, creating a barrier of fire between her and the beast. The lion hesitated, sensing the strength of the flames and the determination in Adanne's eyes. Instead of attacking, Adanne extended her hand, reaching out with her spirit to the lion. I do not wish to harm you, she whispered. We can coexist in peace. The lion, recognizing the sincerity in her voice, slowly backed away. The flames died down and the creature retreated into the forest, leaving Adanne unharmed. She returned to Wura, where Chief Iodel awaited her. You have faced your trials with courage, compassion, and wisdom, he said. You have proven yourself worthy of the knowledge you seek. Use it to bring harmony and balance to the world. Adanne bowed deeply, grateful for the chief's guidance. With the trials of Wura behind her, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. Her path was clearer, her resolve stronger. The village celebrated her success, and Adanne knew that her journey was far from over, but with each step she grew closer to understanding her true destiny and the gift she carried. Adanne's path led her to the towering mountains known as the Whispering Peaks. Legend spoke of ancient spirits residing in these craggy heights, where the wind carried secrets and the earth echoed with tales of old. The villagers she met along the way warned her of the challenges ahead, but Adanne, undeterred, pressed onward, determined to uncover the wisdom hidden within these ancient stones. The ascent was arduous, the rocky terrain testing her endurance and resolve. The air grew thinner, and the temperature dropped as she climbed higher. Each step was a reminder of her commitment to mastering her gift and understanding its true purpose. She took solace in the beauty of the landscape, the rolling mists and majestic vistas inspiring her to continue. As she neared the summit, she encountered a narrow path that wound around the mountain's edge. The wind howled fiercely, whispering indecipherable words that seemed to carry both warning and welcome. Adanne steadied herself, using her staff to anchor her steps against the powerful gusts. Suddenly, she came upon a hidden plateau, a serene oasis amid the rugged peaks. In the center stood a stone altar, adorned with ancient carvings and surrounded by a ring of standing stones. An ethereal figure emerged from the shadows, their presence both commanding and gentle. "Welcome, Adanne," the figure said, their voice harmonizing with the wind. "I am Nwani, the guardian of the whispering peaks. You have come seeking answers, and here you shall find them." Adanne bowed deeply, recognizing the power and wisdom of the guardian. "I seek to understand the full nature of my gift," she said, her voice steady despite the wind's fierce howl. Nwani nodded, their eyes reflecting the depth of the mountains. "Your scent is a call to the spirits, a reminder of the connection between the living and the eternal. To comprehend its full meaning, you must attune yourself to the whispers of the mountains and the stories they carry." For days, Adanne remained on the plateau, immersing herself in the teachings of Nwani. She meditated among the standing stones, allowing the wind's whispers to fill her mind. She learned to listen with her heart, to decipher the ancient tales woven into the fabric of the mountains. One evening, as the sky blazed with the colors of sunset, Nwani led her to a secluded cave. Inside, the walls were covered in intricate petroglyphs, telling the history of the land and its people. "These markings," Nwani explained, "are the stories of those who came before you. Each symbol, each line, holds a piece of the truth you seek." Adanne studied the carvings, feeling the weight of history and the presence of the spirits who had left their mark. She traced the lines with her fingers, absorbing the knowledge embedded in the stone. The cave seemed to come alive with the voices of the past, their whispers merging with her own thoughts. As she delved deeper into the cave, she discovered a hidden chamber where a pool of crystal-clear water reflected the light of 1,000 stars. Nwani stood beside her, their gaze serene. "This pool is the essence of the mountain's wisdom," they said. "Gaze into its depths, and you will see the truth of your gift." Adanne knelt by the water's edge and looked into the pool. At first, she saw only her reflection, but as she focused, the water began to swirl, revealing images of the past, present, and future. She saw herself as a child, the joy and innocence of her early years. She saw the villagers who had shunned her, their fear and misunderstanding, and she saw the spirits, their presence a constant guiding force in her life. In the depths of the pool, a vision emerged, a great tree with branches reaching towards the heavens, its roots deep in the earth. The tree was surrounded by figures, both human and spirit, their forms intertwined in a dance of unity and harmony. Adanne realized that her gift was not a burden, but a bridge, a way to connect the living with the spirits and to bring balance to the world. With this newfound understanding, she rose from the pool, her heart filled with gratitude. Nwani smiled, their eyes shining with approval. "You have seen the truth, Adanne. Your gift is a source of strength and connection. Use it to heal, to guide, and to unite." Adanne thanked Nwani and began her descent from the whispering peaks. The wind, once a fierce adversary, now felt like a supportive embrace, guiding her steps. The lessons of the mountains, the wisdom of the spirits, and the vision of the great tree stayed with her, a constant reminder of her purpose. As she reached the base of the mountains, Adanne felt a renewed sense of clarity and determination. The path ahead was uncertain, but she knew that with the spirit's guidance and the wisdom she had gained, she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The whispering peaks had revealed their secrets, and Adanne was prepared to embrace her destiny. Adanne's path led her to an ancient forest known as the Enchanted Grove, a place whispered about in legends and revered by all who knew its secrets. The trees here were unlike any she had seen before, their trunks twisted into mesmerizing patterns, their leaves shimmering with an ethereal glow. The air was thick with magic, and every step Adanne took resonated with the power of the grove. As she ventured deeper, the forest seemed to come alive, guiding her with subtle signs and whispers. The birds sang melodies that told stories of old, and the rustling leaves seemed to speak her name. It was as if the very essence of the grove recognized her presence and welcomed her. In the heart of the grove, Adanne came upon a clearing where a magnificent tree stood, its branches spreading wide like a protective canopy. Beneath its shade, a woman with silver hair and eyes like moonlit pools sat on a stone bench, weaving a tapestry of intricate design. "Welcome, Adanne," the woman said without looking up from her work. Her voice was soothing, filled with ancient wisdom. "I am Mama Agba, keeper of the enchanted grove. You have traveled far and faced many trials. Here you will find the final piece of the knowledge you seek." Adanne approached with reverence, bowing deeply. "Thank you, Mama Agba. I am honored to be here." Mama Agba stood and placed a hand on Adanne's shoulder. "Your gift is a rare and precious one, Adanne. It is a bridge between the realms of the living and the spirits, a force for healing and unity. Use it wisely, and always remember the lessons you have learned here." With gratitude in her heart, Adanne thanked Mama Agba and rose to leave the grove. The trees seemed to part before her, guiding her way out as they had guided her in. The enchantment of the forest lingered with her, a constant reminder of the harmony and balance she had found within its depths. As she emerged from the grove, Adanne felt a sense of renewal and clarity. The teachings of the enchanted grove, the wisdom of Mama Agba, and the blessings of the spirits had completed her understanding. She was no longer just a seeker. She was a bearer of knowledge and a bridge between worlds, ready to face whatever lay ahead with confidence and grace. Adanne's path now led her back to the village where she was born, a place that held both fond memories and painful experiences. As she approached, the sounds of celebration reached her ears. Drums echoed through the air, mingling with the laughter and chatter of villagers. The Festival of Unity was in full swing, a time when the community came together to honor their ancestors and celebrate their shared heritage. Her arrival did not go unnoticed. Faces turned, and whispers spread like wildfire. The villagers, who once avoided her, now looked on with a mix of curiosity and awe. Adanne held her head high, her heart filled with the strength and wisdom she had gained from her travels. At the center of the village stood her parents, Chief Obinna and Neka, their eyes widening in recognition and joy. They rushed to embrace her, tears of happiness streaming down their faces. "Welcome home, Adanne," Chief Obinna said, his voice choked with emotion. "We have missed you dearly." Neka held her daughter close, her heart overflowing with pride. "You have returned at the perfect time. The festival is a celebration of unity and reconciliation, a time to heal old wounds and forge new bonds." The villagers gathered around, eager to hear Adanne's story. She shared her experiences, the trials she faced, and the wisdom she gained. She spoke of the spirits, the elements, and the lessons she learned from the guardians of the land. Her words resonated deeply, touching the hearts of all who listened. As the sun began to set, the village elder, Griot Kofi, called for silence. He stood before the gathered crowd, his voice carrying the weight of tradition and history. "Tonight we honor not only our ancestors, but also the spirits who guide us. We are privileged to have among us Adanne, who has returned with great knowledge and a gift that connects us to the spiritual realm." He gestured for Adanne to step forward. "Show us, Adanne, the power and beauty of your gift." Taking a deep breath, Adanne centered herself, feeling the presence of the spirits and the elements around her. She raised her hands, and a gentle breeze stirred, carrying the scent of flowers and fresh earth. The villagers watched in awe as the air filled with a soothing aroma, a fragrance that spoke of healing and unity. Adanne then called upon the fire within her, creating a small flame that danced in the twilight. The flame illuminated her face, its warmth a symbol of transformation and renewal. She guided the flame to join with the breeze, creating a mesmerizing display of light and scent that enveloped the entire village. Finally, she turned to the water. Summoning the lessons from the spirit of the river, she drew moisture from the air, forming droplets that sparkled like diamonds in the evening light. The droplets danced with the flame and the breeze, creating a spectacle of harmony and balance. The villagers gasped in wonder, their hearts touched by the beauty and power of Adanne's display. They felt the presence of the spirits and the unity of the elements, a reminder of their connection to the land and each other. Griot Kofi stepped forward once more, his eyes shining with admiration. Adanne, you have shown us the true meaning of unity. Your gift is a bridge between our world and the spirit realm, a testament to the harmony we strive for. Let this festival be a celebration of the bond we share and the strength we find in our unity. The festival continued late into the night, filled with music, dance, and laughter. The villagers, inspired by Adanne's display, embraced each other with renewed understanding and respect. Old grievances were set aside, and new friendships were forged. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, Adanne stood with her parents, looking out over the village. She felt a deep sense of peace, knowing that she had fulfilled her purpose and brought her people closer together. Chief Obinna placed a hand on her shoulder. You have brought honor to our family and healing to our village. We are proud of you, Adanne. Neka smiled, her eyes filled with love. You have become a beacon of hope and unity, my daughter. The spirits have truly blessed you. Adanne smiled, her heart full. The festival had shown her the power of her gift and the importance of unity. She knew that her path would continue to unfold, guided by the spirits and the wisdom she had gained. But for now, she was content, surrounded by her family and her people, embraced by the warmth of their love and the harmony they had found together. In the weeks following the Festival of Unity, life in the village returned to its familiar rhythm. Yet the air was different. A sense of renewed purpose and harmony permeated the community. Adanne, now recognized as a bridge between worlds, continued to share her insights, helping her people connect more deeply with the spirits and the elements. One morning, as Adanne tended to the village's communal garden, an elderly woman approached her. Her eyes, sharp despite her years, sparkled with an unspoken urgency. Adanne, I am Mama Olama, the village seer. The ancestors have spoken to me in my dreams. They wish to meet with you. Adanne nodded respectfully. I will heed their call. Where shall we go? Mama Olama led her to a secluded grove at the edge of the village, a place where the veil between the worlds was said to be thinnest. The air was heavy with anticipation, the trees whispering secrets of old as they moved in the breeze. At the heart of the grove stood a circle of ancient stones, each one etched with symbols of the ancestors. Mama Olama motioned for Adanne to sit in the center. Close your eyes and listen. The ancestors will reveal themselves. Adanne did as she was told, her senses tuning to the subtle energies around her. She felt a warmth envelop her, as if 1,000 gentle hands were reaching out in welcome. The whispers grew louder, forming coherent words that resonated in her mind. Adanne, the voices intoned, harmonizing as one. We are the spirits of your ancestors. You have proven yourself worthy of our guidance and wisdom. Adanne bowed her head, humbled by their presence. Honored ancestors, I seek your wisdom and guidance. The air shimmered and ghostly figures began to materialize around the circle. They were her forebears, their faces kind and wise. One of them, a tall figure with a regal bearing, stepped forward. I am Eze Chukwudi, your great-grandfather. The time has come for you to learn the final lesson. Eze Chukwudi gestured, and the scene around Adanne transformed. She found herself standing in a vibrant landscape where the earth, sky, and water merged seamlessly. The ancestors stood with her, their presence a comforting constant. This place, Eze Chukwudi explained, is the realm of the ancestors, where all knowledge and wisdom converge. Here you will learn to fully embrace your gift. He pointed to a distant mountain, its peak touching the heavens. Climb the mountain, Adanne. At the summit, you will find the heart of the ancestors. It holds the essence of our collective wisdom. Bring it back to your world, and your gift will be complete. With determination, Adanne set off towards the mountain, the path before her illuminated by the light of the ancestors. She climbed steadily, each step bringing her closer to the peak and the truth she sought. Upon reaching the summit, Adanne found a glowing crystal embedded in the rock. It pulsed with a gentle light, resonating with the energy of the ancestors. She reached out and touched it, feeling a surge of warmth and understanding flow through her. The scene shifted again, and Adanne was back in the grove, the crystal now resting in her hands. The ancestors surrounded her, their faces beaming with pride. You have done well, Adanne, Eze Chukwudi said. With the heart of the ancestors, you can guide your people with the full breadth of our wisdom. Mama Olama, who had been watching silently, stepped forward. Adanne, you are now the keeper of the heart. Use it to bring balance and harmony to our village. Adanne bowed deeply, her heart filled with gratitude. The ancestors began to fade, their voices lingering like a comforting melody. Remember, Adanne, they whispered, we are always with you. With the heart of the ancestors in her possession, Adanne felt a profound connection to her heritage and her people. She returned to the village, ready to share the wisdom she had gained and to lead her community towards a future filled with unity and peace. Adanne's path led her to the towering mountains known as the Whispering Peaks. Legend spoke of ancient spirits residing in these craggy heights, where the wind carried secrets and the earth echoed with tales of old. The villagers she met along the way warned her of the challenges ahead, but Adanne, undeterred, pressed onward, determined to uncover the wisdom hidden within these ancient stones. The ascent was arduous, the rocky terrain testing her endurance and resolve. The air grew thinner, and the temperature dropped as she climbed higher. Each step was a reminder of her commitment to mastering her gift and understanding its true purpose. She took solace in the beauty of the landscape, the rolling mists and majestic vistas inspiring her to continue. As she neared the summit, she encountered a narrow path that wound around the mountain's edge. The wind howled fiercely, whispering indecipherable words that seemed to carry both warning and welcome. Adanne steadied herself, using her staff to anchor her steps against the powerful gusts. Suddenly, she came upon a hidden plateau, a serene oasis amid the rugged peaks. In the center stood a stone altar, adorned with ancient carvings and surrounded by a ring of standing stones. An ethereal figure emerged from the shadows, their presence both commanding and gentle. "Welcome, Adanne," the figure said, their voice harmonizing with the wind. "I am Nwani, the guardian of the Whispering Peaks. You have come seeking answers, and here you shall find them." Adanne bowed deeply, recognizing the power and wisdom of the guardian. "I seek to understand the full nature of my gift," she said, her voice steady despite the wind's fierce howl. Nwani nodded, their eyes reflecting the depth of the mountains. "Your scent is a call to the spirits, a reminder of the connection between the living and the eternal. To comprehend its full meaning, you must attune yourself to the whispers of the mountains and the stories they carry." For days, Adanne remained on the plateau, immersing herself in the teachings of Nwani. She meditated among the standing stones, allowing the wind's whispers to fill her mind. She learned to listen with her heart, to decipher the ancient tales woven into the fabric of the mountains. One evening, as the sky blazed with the colors of sunset, Nwani led her to a secluded cave. Inside, the walls were covered in intricate petroglyphs, telling the history of the land and its people. "These markings," Nwani explained, "are the stories of those who came before you. Each symbol, each line, holds a piece of the truth you seek." Adanne studied the carvings, feeling the weight of history and the presence of the spirits who had left their mark. She traced the lines with her fingers, absorbing the knowledge embedded in the stone. The cave seemed to come alive with the voices of the past, their whispers merging with her own thoughts. As she delved deeper into the cave, she discovered a hidden chamber where a pool of crystal-clear water reflected the light of 1,000 stars. Nwani stood beside her, their gaze serene. "This pool is the essence of the mountain's wisdom," they said. "Gaze into its depths, and you will see the truth of your gift." Adanne knelt by the water's edge and looked into the pool. At first, she saw only her reflection, but as she focused, the water began to swirl, revealing images of the past, present, and future. She saw herself as a child, the joy and innocence of her early years. She saw the villagers who had shunned her, their fear and misunderstanding, and she saw the spirits, their presence a constant guiding force in her life. In the depths of the pool, a vision emerged, a great tree with branches reaching towards the heavens, its roots deep in the earth. The tree was surrounded by figures, both human and spirit, their forms intertwined in a dance of unity and harmony. Adanne realized that her gift was not a burden, but a bridge, a way to connect the living with the spirits and to bring balance to the world. With this newfound understanding, she rose from the pool, her heart filled with gratitude. Nwani smiled, their eyes shining with approval. "You have seen the truth, Adanne. Your gift is a source of strength and connection. Use it to heal, to guide, and to unite." Adanne thanked Nwani and began her descent from the Whispering Peaks. The wind, once a fierce adversary, now felt like a supportive embrace, guiding her steps. The lessons of the mountains, the wisdom of the spirits, and the vision of the great tree stayed with her, a constant reminder of her purpose. As she reached the base of the mountains, Adanne felt a renewed sense of clarity and determination. The path ahead was uncertain, but she knew that with the spirit's guidance and the wisdom she had gained, she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The whispering peaks had revealed their secrets, and Adanne was prepared to embrace her destiny. Adanne, now the keeper of the heart, returned to her village with a sense of completeness and purpose. The villagers welcomed her with open arms, their faces reflecting a mixture of awe and respect. They sensed the transformation within her, recognizing the deep wisdom and strength she carried. In the days that followed, Adanne began to use the heart of the ancestors to guide her people. The glowing crystal, a physical manifestation of ancestral wisdom, became a beacon for the entire community. Whenever a challenge arose, Adanne would hold the heart, channeling its energy to find solutions that honored both tradition and the needs of the present. One morning, as the sun rose over the village, Chief Obinna called for a gathering in the central square. The villagers assembled, their curiosity piqued. Standing beside her father, Adanne held the heart of the ancestors aloft, its light casting a gentle glow over the crowd. "My people," Adanne began, her voice strong and clear, "we stand at a crossroads. The wisdom of our ancestors has guided us to this point, and now it is our turn to build a future worthy of their legacy. With this heart, we can find balance and harmony in all we do." The villagers listened intently as Adanne spoke of unity, compassion, and respect for the natural world. She shared the lessons she had learned from the spirits of water, wind, and fire, and from the guardians of the land. Her words resonated deeply, inspiring a renewed sense of purpose among the people. Adanne then turned her attention to the fields that surrounded the village. "Our land is a gift, and it is our duty to honor and protect it. We will use the knowledge of the elements to cultivate our crops, ensuring that we live in harmony with nature." With the heart's guidance, the villagers began to implement sustainable farming practices. They drew upon Adanne's connection with the spirits to rejuvenate the soil, manage water resources, and protect their crops from harm. The land flourished, yielding bountiful harvests that sustained the community and fostered a deeper bond with the natural world. As the seasons changed, Adanne's leadership continued to bring positive transformations. She established councils where elders and youth could share their perspectives, fostering intergenerational understanding and respect. She also encouraged the preservation of oral traditions, ensuring that the wisdom of the past would be passed down to future generations. One evening, as the village gathered around a communal fire, Adanne sat with Mama Ife, the widow she had once helped. Mama Ife's eyes sparkled with gratitude and pride. "You have brought so much light to our village, Adanne. Your gift truly is a blessing." Adanne smiled, her heart warmed by Mama Ife's words. "It is the wisdom of the ancestors that guides me. We are all connected, and together we can achieve great things." The sound of drums filled the air as the villagers began to dance, celebrating their unity and the prosperity they had achieved. Adanne joined them, her movements reflecting the grace and strength she had gained on her path. The firelight danced in her eyes, mirroring the flame of determination that burned within her. As the night wore on, Chief Obinna and Neka approached Adanne, their faces glowing with pride. "You have honored our family and our ancestors," Chief Obinna said. "We are blessed to have you as our daughter." Neka embraced her warmly. "You have brought hope and unity to our people. The spirits and the ancestors smile upon you." Adanne felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She had embraced her gift, faced her trials, and discovered her true purpose. The village was thriving, united by the wisdom of the past and the promise of the future. In the years that followed, Adanne continued to lead with compassion and wisdom. The village of her birth became a symbol of harmony and prosperity, its people living in balance with the land and each other. The heart of the ancestors remained a guiding light, its glow a constant reminder of the connection between the realms of the living and the spirits. Adanne's legacy endured, a testament to the power of unity, respect, and the strength that comes from embracing one's true self. Her story, woven into the tapestry of the village's history, inspired generations to come, reminding them that with the wisdom of the past and the courage to face the future, anything is possible.